Hello everyone, welcome once again to our interview questions for the Test Automation Engineers series. This side Prince. So today we are going to talk about another important interview question, that is how to find broken links on a particular website using Selenium. So for this current lecture, I'm going to use this particular sample website, which is internet.herocup.com, which contains list of links. Now, in order to locate links on a particular website, we can right click and click on inspect, right? And links are generally contained by a tag. So in order to locate links on a particular website, we can type in / and a. And as soon as I typed in / a, it is showing 46 elements which contains links, right? So if you will notice, this is the first link, and if I'll click on this particular arrow icon, what will happen is it will navigate me to the next link, right? So this is the second link, right? Within the a tag, the link address is contained in the href attribute, right? So these are the few things which I want to cover before we jump on to practical demonstration, right? Now, what do we mean by broken links? Broken links are the links which are not working, right? So for example, if I'm clicking on this particular link, right, it is giving us response, meaning it is up and running. But for example, if we click on one link which is not responding and we are not getting the response properly, so that link is known as broken link. This is what we are going to automate as part of current video. Okay, so without further delay, let me jump on to the practical demonstration. So for that purpose, I have created one Maven project where I have added pom.xml. In pom.xml, I have added dependency 4.19. I have created one class, broken links. Now I'm going to write the basic syntax to launch the application. So as I'm using Selenium 4, so we don't need to download the Chrome driver exe, and we don't need to set up the path as well, right? Driver.get. Now the next thing is we need to provide this particular website. So after this particular step, it will launch the Chrome browser and will launch this particular website. Now the next thing is we need to find all the links. So there are two methods. One is find element, which will give us one element, but we want the list of elements or list of links, right? So for that purpose, we'll be using find elements method. Now, as we just discussed, that we can locate all the links using a tag, right? Now the next thing is we need to store it somewhere, right? So if I'll hover over find elements, its return type is list of web element. So we can store it into the list of web element, element list. This is the name we have provided. Why I'm giving it list of elements? Because these are just the links. These are just the elements, not actual the links. Because links are contained, or link address is contained in the href tag of a element, right? So in order to get link from each tag, what we need to do, we need to iterate this list of element. So I'm going to use this particular enhanced for loop, right? And this is the right side, which contains the list of web element, and on the left hand side I need web element, and I can provide the variable element, right? So what we are doing is we are providing the list, and it is serving the list of elements one by one to the left side and will be contained in the element, right? Now using this element dot get attribute, which is href attribute, we can get the link, right? So we will get all the links one by one, but we need to store it somewhere. So as links are in the form of string, so we can create one list of string, right? And let us give it name link address, new array list. And then after, what we need to do, we need to store the link address that we got from the element, right? So link address dot add method. So list has one method add, and so whatever the link that we got, we can store it into the list. So after this particular for loop, we will have all the links address stored in this particular link address array list, right? Now we can confirm the same. So total links are, so link address dot size method we will use. So it should print 46 because we just confirmed that this particular website contain 46 links, right? Now the next thing is we need to validate whether these links are up and running or not, meaning whether these links are broken or not. So for that purpose, we'll have to rely on the API automation concept. So we can either use REST assured or we can use inbuilt Java HTTP client. So in my case, I'm going to use inbuilt Java HTTP client, right? So as we need to validate all the links, so we need to traverse all the links, right? So again, I'm going to use enhanced for loop, and because this is a list of string, so you can give it link name, right? So right side is link address, which contains list of links, and it is serving link one by one. Now we need to convert this link in the form of URL. So this is the syntax: URL equal to new URL, and we can provide link, right? Now you see that it is showing red line, right? If we will hover over here, it is saying that there is one unhandled exception. You can add it into the method signature. So if I'll click on this add exception to method signature, it will add the exception to this particular method signature, and we won't see this particular error anymore, right? Now there is a class HTTP URL connection that we are going to use. Let us provide the reference variable, and using this URL we can open the connection, right? So URL dot open connection, there is one method. Again, there is some error. What is this error? Let us hover over here, and it is also saying that there is some unhandled exception. You can add it into the method signature. So let us add this also into the method signature, right? So once after this, it is still showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Because if I'll click on this URL.open connection, its return type is URL connection, but we are trying to store it into the HTTP connection, right? Which is a child of URL connection, right? If you will notice, it is extending URL connection, right? So what we need to do, we need to cast it. So to make it simple, let me click on this particular error icon, and let me see the options. So this is the suitable option. So after this, we see that it is working fine and there is no more error, right? Next thing is we can define the method. So we can use get method or head method, right? To fetch the information. Now the next thing is we can define some timeout, right? So let us define some timeout, 3000 seconds or 3 seconds, I mean, sorry, right? Now what we can do, we can print the link as well, so that we are sure that which link we are verifying, right? Now the next thing is, in order to verify a link on a particular in order to verify a link, so we can verify the status code, right? So if the status code or response code, so http url connection dot get response code method we are going to use. If the response code is 200, it means that the link is up and running. If the response code is 400 or something, it means that link is not working, right? So let us run this particular program now. So you see that it has launched the application, and if you will notice, it is showing total links are 46, and it is hitting the endpoints one by one and giving the response code. So for some of the links, we are getting status code as 401, and for some we are getting 200. So for those which we are getting 200, it means those links are working, and for the links for which we are getting 401, they are broken link. Okay, so let us verify the same. Okay, so let me copy this URL, right, or open in Chrome, right? So we will find the response, right? So this is 200. If I, for example, click on this particular endpoint for which we are getting 401, let us see what will happen, why we are getting 401. So as soon as we are trying to launch this particular link, it is asking for the authentication. That's why we are getting 401, and that's why it is a broken link in this particular case, right? So this is what I wanted to cover as part of current lecture. Similar way, we can find the broken images as well. I would request you to please try it on your own, and in the next lecture I'll try to cover how to find broken images. So this is what I wanted to cover, guys. Thank you for watching. I would request you to please like, share and subscribe. Thank you once again.